You're looking live at Braemar Arena in Edina, Minnesota for the second game of the Tradition Invitational Tournament. Featuring the home team today, Chaska Chanhassen Gold, wearing their home golds with purple and black trim. Taking on the visitors from Osseo Maple Grove, Osseo Maple Grove Black. Osseo Maple Grove Black, I believe it was a 5-1 winner over St. Louis Park yesterday, and Chaska Chanhassen fell 6-4 to Edina White. Osseo Maple Grove is ranked number 11 in the Youth Hockey Hub rankings in the state, with a unofficial 17-3-5 overall record. Meanwhile, Chaska Chanhassen enters this game for the first time in a while, maybe all season, under 500. They're 8-9-6, looking to get back to 500 today, and also snap an 8-game winless streak. They're 0-5-3 in their last 8. I'm trying to see if we have a full lineup today. I'm not sure if I see Josh Lund on the ice. I do not. And I actually see somebody on the bench in the helmet. Maybe that's Matthew Tyler. Matthew Tyler on the bench, wearing his jersey, not able to suit up with his lower body injury. Nathan Brandt will start back in net for the Stormhawks once again, taking on the Crimson from Osseo Maple Grove, or the Leaf Birds, as they are, I think, casually called. They are also have only one netminder on their squad. Starting lineup for the Stormhawks, it will be the Ryan Spalding line. Spalding at center, Dylan Olsen at left, and Sean Hokkanen at right, with Blake Bigglebach and Holden Palmquist. Looks like Palmquist will be playing defense today, and I'm guessing that means Aiden Girding is down in front, up at the forward position. We're underway. Face-off control by the Stormhawks. Olsen will tip it in deep and be first on the puck, throws it to the slot. Nobody home, but some Crimson players right on the puck, and they go on the first attack of the game. Down the left side, goes through the legs of Bigglebach, but then cut off by Spalding. Spalding around the far side for Palmquist. Palmquist pass kind of partially deflected to Spalding, then to Olsen. Olsen across to Hokkanen off his skate to Spalding. Hokkanen touches it to the high slot, and that's turned away. Late arriving fans. There's a shot blocked. We saw a lot of shots blocked yesterday by the Stormhawks. There's a puck at the side of the net. You're going to have to believe me on this. And it's gloved by Brandt. And it'll be Wiseman, Azanoff, and Perry. That line remains intact. And I think the only difference is the Kurtt line. It's a pass to the slot, misses the near post off the end wall. And it'll be Perry out with it on a 3-on-3 rush. He'll flip it in the zone and let the forecheck go to work. Wiseman touches it to the far corner. We'll try to chase it down there, and it'll just be shoved out by the Crimson. Lindell to the red line, picked up by Wiseman. He reaches for it, has this taken off his stick, and pushed back to the Stormhawk zone. Johnson being pressured, escapes once, still holding the puck on the far wall, comes out to the Crimson. Good chance there off a skate, and no chance on net. Wiseman up the wall to Azanoff off his stick, and hoisted in by the Crimson. It's going to go behind the net. Lindell up the wall to Perry, out of his reach. Slap shot coming, blocked out high by Wiseman, now in the corner. Slides to Perry. He once again can't handle it. It's kept in by the same defenseman. He'll have to try to break out once again. Johnson up the wall to Azanoff. He's pushed off the puck, and Crimson with control. Pass to the front. Shot broken up Clearing attempt by Lindell, broken up. Loose puck on slides, just past. Here's Perry with it, trying to get out a third time, kept in again. Long shot, saved by Brandt. Rebound goes to the far side. Asinoff with the puck, got to get it out here. He just does, and that'll allow him to go for a change, and then Lindell's been out there for a while. He's going to ice it and get a full change. As the Crimson have the Stormhawks hemmed in their zone for an extended period of time there. 12:43 to go in the opening period. No goals so far. This line is Kurt Hromatka and Girding. Girding being moved from defense to forward. A little lineup change, and he's being replaced at D by Holden Palmquist, who just had the puck. Try to feed it over to Girding. Girding digs away at the half wall, bounces off a Bigglebox stick. He'll flip it ahead to Hromatka. He'll chase it down the left side. He's got an edge on the defender. Protects the puck. Tried to feed it in front. It's Girding. Backhand shot broken up, and then it slides through the skates of Kurtt into the corner. Picked up by Kurtt. He tried to cycle it down low, and Osseo Maple Grove on the puck will do a cross-ice pass all the way out. Palmquist. Head up. Gets it to Hromatka. Hromatka will go cross-ice to Girding off his skate. And unfortunately, in icing, he tried to catch the pass in his skate. It was a touch behind him. I didn't see it, but the game previous to this was, I believe, Edina White against St. Louis Park, and that went to running time, which is not surprising. Edina White, a very strong team, and St. Louis Park likely the lowest team in this pool. Behind Brandt, it's Lindell sitting behind the net. Comes to the near side, right in front. Loose puck at the top of the crease. Turnaround shot turned away by Brandt. Didn't get much on it. Picked up by Spalding, flipped high and off the glass. Almost bounces to Olsen, just a touch behind him. Now it's Hokkanen. Gets it off a Crimson stick, and then Olsen swipes it in to Spalding. Spalding will go out in front to Hokkanen. One-time shot, they score! Very similar goal that this line has put together in the past few games. That's Hokkanen scoring. Assists from Olsen and Spalding. That whole line capitalizing on a goal. That's Hokkanen's third of the season. 15 from 19 and 8. And the Stormhawks are on the board for first, second straight game. They've been on the board first. It's not on the scoreboard right now, but there's 11 and a half remaining in the first period. Chaska Chanhassen leads 1-0 on a nice one-touch pass to Hokkanen in front. Now a long stretch pass, sending Osseo Maple Grove in on the breakaway. Rebound, shot saved initially. Rebound comes out to the slot. Now the other direction. Here comes Perry. Perry with Asinoff. Kind of slow developing rush. Perry steps around to check. Loose puck in the front. Unfortunately, Asinoff went behind the net. If he had gone right to the front, he might have had a chance to get on that loose puck. Offsides, and there it is. Stormhawks on the board for getting the first goal of the game, second straight game. Yesterday it was, I believe, Dylan Olsen getting the first on a shot from nearly behind the goal line. This time it was a very legit passing play. Kurtt attacking the puck. Now it's Hromatka with it. Lost the handle, bounces to Lindell. Lindell to Kurtt, who tried to flip it in and off his backhand into the stands. Kurtt to take the draw. He kind of wins it, but it's Osseo Maple Grove first on the puck. They dump it down. Icing is waved. It'll be Lindell. Lindell's pass off a skate bounces to Kurtt, who whacks it to Hromatka, and they're off to the races. Hromatka down the left side. Kurtt streaking to the front. Hromatka leaves it in front, and I think Kurtt got a stick on it. Just didn't have much on it, as he had a Crimson player draped all over him. So a nice pass and a nice move at the blue line. Gets around Johnson, but gets help back from Lindell and Hromatka. Now it is Hromatka with the puck. Hromatka, if they hurry, they're going to have a 3-on-2. It's not going to happen. Hromatka will flip it in, take a check after the play. No call coming. Puck on the far wall, thrown to the center ice. Bigeluk's got to hurry. He has 2 Crimson. He just touches it to relative safety as the Stormhawks complete a change. Good pressure from behind by Johnson, but a good protecting of the puck by the OMG player, and it's dumped in. Palmquist off the wall. Hokkanen's got too much waiting for it there. Just stood for the puck instead of going to it. Bigelbach and Spalding battle down low. Spalding leaves for Olsen. Olsen tried to flip it out of the zone. That's cut off right away. So he'll battle in the far corner. Comes out to the point, and it slides out as Osseo couldn't handle the puck. Dumped in, and offsides is the call as the attacker was just a step offsides, maybe slowed up by Hokkanen's stick. 9:12 remaining in the opening period. Chaska Chanhassen leads 1-0 off a Sean Hokkanen goal. A nice passing play by that line. It'll be Hokkanen on the puck maybe first. And he's squeezed off it, allowing OMG to go on the attack. Johnson will hop on a loose puck, feed it to nearly the blue line. That's intercepted. Intercepted now by Palmquist. In the skates of Olsen, then to Palmquist. He was going for a change. Around Brandt. Now behind the net, Spalding will pick up the loose puck there. Feed it up to Olsen. Olsen sweeps it through the middle of the ice. It's going to go all the way down for an icing, and they needed a change. 8:33 left in the first period. 1-0 Chaska Chanhassen leads. Weisenen to take this face-off. It is won back by the Crimson. Long shot, blocked up high, bouncing puck in the slot. Mid-air swing at the puck. There's Perry reaching for it, fights through a check, gets it out, and then Weisenen completes the clearing. Here's Azanoff. Azanoff tried to stick handle around, and it's taken right off his stick, and right on the attack come the Crimson. On the left side, pressure from behind by Azanoff and Perry. Bounces to the corner. Fed out in front, turned away by Lindell, and then flipped out by Johnson. Thrown in off the side of the net. It'll be Lindell first on it. He'll flip it out again, and we'll see if that's icing. I think they'll waive that. They will. And Stormhawks going for a full 5-player change. It allows OMG to dump it in, and they're going to go for a partial change. Bigelbach in the corner up to Girding, kind of behind him. He's not able to get a stick on it. Puck to the top of the circle. Pass across, read nicely by Palmquist. He's going to skate up 3-on-2 if they hurry. Palmquist on the left side. He's got a trailing Kurtt. Got Girding going to the front. Palmquist protecting. Trying to wrap around. Loose puck in front. Backhand shot by Hromatka. High in the air and gloved into the glove of the OMG goaltender. As Girding was lurking on the weak side, but the goaltender got on the puck before it could bounce to Girding. Face-off won by Kurtt. Slap shot by Palmquist right on. Puck into the corner. Now up the wall. Pinched by Palmquist. He had help back with Hromatka. Hromatka turnaround or a blind pass right to an OMG player, and they are allowed to go on the forecheck. Tipped off the stick of an OMG player by Palmquist. Comes to Kurtt, then to Girding. Lost the handle there. Kept in by OMG. Here's an attack. Shot going wide. Bigelbach hit hard. You could have called a charge there for sure. That was a charge. He was coming in hard. Oh, and I know why the call wasn't made. The official down here is, we've had him before, and now the net is off. The official down here is Bob Paradise. He's actually a 1976 Olympian, and he's officiated a Chaska Chanhassen game before, and I was underwhelmed. He officiates my games on Sunday nights in Hockey Finder, and he consistently underwhelms. Paradise explaining why no call down to co-head coach Chad Lindell. And maybe he's explaining that, telling Brandt that he can't hit the net off, saying maybe determined that Brant hit the net off on purpose. Now the net is off. It's not the goaltender's fault as he's going hard to his post. It's not like he shoved it with his hands. No penalty call coming against Brant as the officials try to determine if he's knocking the net off on purpose. Spalding's got to be careful. Is it Spalding? Yeah, Spalding's got to be careful not to allow that same move by the center as he just won it forward. Same thing there. He won it forward. This time it's Lindell first on the puck. Pass up to Olsen, just tipped away. Johnson will be on it first, and we'll flip it out to safety. Glove down by OMG to the blue line, and in come the Crimson. Pass across is fanned on, and eventually it'll go behind Brant. Spalding up the wall to Hokkanen. Hokkanen can't handle it, but bounces back to Spalding. Spalding will go through a couple of Crimson to Olsen. Olsen fights through a check, goes in down the left side, shot going wide. Had Hokkanen lurking on the far side. Hokkanen throwing a check in the corner, and the puck will slide up behind the net, then out come the Crimson on the attack, 2-on-2, and a good stick by Johnson creating a loose puck into the corner, and a pass broken up by Lindell will slide to Hokkanen. Hokkanen will push it back down into the end. They battle down low, comes out to Spalding, and then flipped out by Hokkanen, and they're going to take both. They're going to take both Johnson and number 16 in maroon, I guess, Crimson. Saw a slashing call on one and a cross. No, both are going to go for slashing. So we're going to skate. Going to play 5-on-5, I assume. Yep. They're putting the penalties on the board. That's not necessary. Those players won't be able to come out of the ice until their first whistle after 2 minutes. On the attack come the Crimson. Up to the point. Shot. Save off the top of the stick of Brant. Wiseman will rim it around for Perry. He'll have to chase it down as he's being chased down. Perry gets around one. Perry down the right side, 1-on-2. He's got an edge. Perry coming in front. Never got a shot. A turnaround shot just goes high and wide. Comes all the way out to the point. Kicked down by Perry. Stick handles through. He's got Azanoff alone on the far side. Oh, I think perhaps a stick got on it before it got to Azanoff, and it bounced over his stick. Now Wiseman will dump it in deep. Perry with a good shift. Wiseman comes right out in front, and the puck just slid through the crease. Perry all over the ice on this shift. Perry out in front to Wiseman. Wiseman backhand shot just misses. Best shift of the game so far for the Stormhawks. And here come the Crimson on the attack. Oh, and offsides is a call. Shot after the whistle. At older ages, he's going to get a hand in his face after shooting after the whistle. Excellent shift by the Wiseman Perry Azanoff line. Great scoring chances there. They go for a change. It'll be Kurtt, Girding, and Hromatka. Kurtt wins the faceoff. It'll be Bigglebach on it. Across to Palmquist, up to Hromatka, out of reach. And it'll go all the way down for an icing. 4:08 to go, 4:07 to go. In the opening period, Chaska Chanhassen leads 1-0 off of a Sean Hokkanen goal. Is that the time on the clock? Yeah. Okay. Hokkanen scored about 3.5 minutes into the game. There's a face-off one straight back onto Brant. Make sure Hokkanen hard off the wall and out, bothered by Kurtt. He picks up the loose puck, 2-on-1 with Girding. Kurtt cuts to the middle. Kurtt protecting, lost the handle, sharp angle shot. He goes in hard in the end boards. Palmquist up to Hromatka. Hromatka off the wall. Girding first on it, gets it in the zone, but it's taken off of his stick out to neutral ice. Crimson dump it in. It'll be Palmquist first on it. Up the wall to Hromatka. That's tipped away. Hromatka waiting for it. Falls down, takes a whack at it. Almost gets to Palmquist, but it comes kept in by the Crimson, who are going to take a penalty for interference or roughing or something. Oh, it's going to be tripping. Something behind the play is, I think it was Hromatka that was taken down. And Chaska Chanhassen will get the first power play of the game with 3:17 to go in the opening period, leading 1-0. They released the two players who were in previously. Johnson will stay on the ice after coming out of the penalty box. And Weisenen will go as they get the lines figured out. Johnson fights for it along the blue line. Got it just battling along in front of the penalty box, and that battle didn't allow OMG to go on a shorthander rush. So Lindell. Now Spalding into the zone. And tried to stop and go the other direction. It's taken right off his stick. Dumped down, knocked down partially by Lindell at the blue line. It slides all the way down behind Brandt. Johnson fights through his stick check, gets it to the corner, gives to Spalding, and to slow up a second to catch a pass behind him. Now down the right side, Hokkanen well off sides as Spalding trying to get an edge to go down the right side, and Hokkanen went straight while Spalding went right. 1:21 left to go on the power play for the Stormhawks. Weisenen, Perry, and Azanoff. See if Perry can have as good of a shift as he did previously. He's on the puck right now, fights through a check, still with it. Pass off the back of the net, now thrown off the dasher board. It's going to bounce down to the Stormhawk zone to Bigglebach. Bigglebach's got two Crimson near him. His pass to Perry kind of handcuffed him a bit, and it's going to go into Crimson territory. Perry intercepts a clearing attempt, and he squeezed out the puck. Oh, almost slid to Weisenen right out in front. Instead, it's thrown out of the zone. Weisenen now at the red line. Skates down the left side. Tips it in deep. OMG first on it, and then takes a wacky bounce as it comes off the sidewall. Slides all the way down into Stormhawk territory for an icing. And they'll get a change with 35 seconds to go on the power play and 1:51 left in the first period. 1-0, Chaska Chanhassen leads on Sean Hokkanen's third goal of the season. Face-off won by Osseo Maple Grove into the far corner. Tried to rim it out. Kept in. No, it isn't. Shorthander rush for Osseo Maple Grove. Kurtt skating hard back. Breaks up one pass. Thrown in front. Shot save. Shorthanded chance. Now a 4-on-2 chance. Bigglebach down the right side. Kind of lost control of it. Thrown high over the glove. Going high and wide. Now it's Hromatka. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Hromatka waiting. Gives to Kurtt down low. Kurtt up the wall to Palmquist. His shot off of his OMG stick. Kept in by Palmquist and then tipped out. And a 2-on-1 chance off the end of the power play. There's a shot saved by Brandt. Brandt leaning just a touch, but he stayed at home and made the save on a pretty hard wrist shot. 1:01 left to go in the opening period. Chaska Chanhassen 0 for 1 now on the power play, on the lone power play of the game for either team. Spalding. Eventually, Chaska Chanhassen wins the faceoff, tries to clear it. There's a chance on the short side. There's a shot tipped in front, and it beats Brandt. Puck was going high to the blocker side. It's tipped at the side of the net and beats Brandt basically waist high. Nice tip in front. That's the third time this tournament that Chaska Chanhassen has allowed a goal in the final minute of a period. Face-off controlled by the Stormhawks. It's Olsen with it. He's Hit down into the wall. No call coming there. Hokkanen dumps it behind. Will chase to the far side. And it's flipped ahead by the Crimson on the attack. Crimson with the puck, now behind. Fed it out in front. Flipped high over the stick of a Crimson player. Shot blocked. Picked up by Lindell. He'll hoist it down deep. With 10 seconds to play in the opening period. That's interference. No call coming. And it's dumped in by the Crimson. And that does it for the opening period. 1-1 after one. Hokkanen with the first goal. And Osseo Maple Grove scoring with about 48 seconds left to go in the period to tie this game up at 1. Shots after 1, 6-2 in favor of Osseo Maple Grove. Scoring chances, 5-3 in favor of the Crimson. Face-offs, Chaska Chanhassen with a 13-7 advantage, perhaps. I don't know. Hits were, 3-1 in favor of Osseo Maple Grove, and 2 odd man rushes. Chaska Chanhassen 0 for 1 on the lone power play of the game. Yeah. Second period underway. It will be Perry first on the puck. He'll dump it in. And it'll be Wisenen to chase behind the net. Breakout intercepted by Asanoff. Now thrown in front. It's Wisenen. Try to throw it back out in front for Perry. That doesn't materialize. Palmquist off the wall. Fighting along the half wall here. And good battle there. Palmquist gets it in and chases it himself. Palmquist takes a check, almost able to pick up the puck. Slides out to Bigglebach, now down to Wisenen. Wisenen fighting through a check, getting help now from Palmquist. In the skates of Wisenen. Comes up the wall and out. Crimson across the red line. Fronted nicely there by Perry. Not allowing the attack to materialize any more than it did. OMG slap shot from the point, kicked away by Palmquist, fed it up to Perry. Perry had to escape a check, gets the red line, dumps it in. And all 5 Stormhawks go for a change. Long stretch pass to the Stormhawk blue line, long shot going wide, glove down by Brandt. Face-off won by the Crimson. They'll push it in deep. Kurtt and Johnson battle down low. Kurtt still hounding the attacker, and its loose puck is picked up by Lindell. Lindell's pass across to Girding. Girding across the red line. He's got some ice to take. He'll take it and then get the blue line and get it in deep. Good handling of the puck there by the Crimson, but then the pass doesn't connect, comes to Lindell, who flips it in and off sides as the forwards are still coming back on side. Face off at center ice. Oh, and they say that was intentional. Huh. All right. Face off won by Kurtt to Lindell. His pass to nobody in gold. Here's a shot, tipped in front, loose puck in the crease. gathered by Lindell, who flips it down. It'll be Hromatka on it with Kurtt going hard to the net. Hromatka cuts to the middle. Hromatka shoots, scores! Hromatka picks his spot, goes high, blocker side. Kurtt took both defenders with him to the net. And Hromatka gets his 10th of the season. Assist, I believe, will go to Lindell. That should read 3 from 24, if I'm not mistaken. 12:48 to go in the second period. 2-1, Chaska Chanhassen leads. Their second lead of the game. Face-off won by Spalding, back to Biggelbach. Dangerous pass at the blue line, and fortunately it came out of Stormhawk zone and right back in as Osseo Maple Grove was offsides. Biggelbach had Perry on the far side. Instead, he chose to give it to, I think it was Spalding right in the middle. No, it was Olsen on the far side. This face-off won by the Crimson. Tipped in. It'll be Palmquist to chase it down into the corner. Osseo Maple Grove first on it. Pass in front. No shot gets on. Hokkanen backhands it. Now comes to Spalding. He lost control. Tried to give it over to Olsen. Bodies all over the place. Turnaround pass off the skate of Palmquist into the corner. And physical play in the corner. Now it comes up to the point and out. Osseo Maple Grove back on the attack. Long shot, blocked up high by Biggelbach. Goes behind. It'll be Palmquist. Palmquist around the wall. Tried to give it to Hokkanen. Instead, there's a tip pass. Shot saved by Brandt. Tipped in front, I think. And Brandt just saved it. Went between his legs, I think, and almost squeaked through. 11:50 to go in the second period. Chaska Chanhassen leads 2-1, their second lead of the game. This lead given by Tyler Hromatka's hard shot over the blocker of the OMG netminder. Face-off won by the Crimson. Their shot off a shin guard. Perry in, tries to cut to the front, lost control. And now the net is off as an Osseo Maple Grove player went into the net, trying to stop the Perry rush. Slides out to Wisenin, getting bothered by a couple of Crimson. Now Johnson battling in the far corner. The physicality has picked up a touch. Wisenin digs the puck loose, gives to Azanoff. Azanoff will try to get the red line, try to feed it down. They wave icing. As I said, it went off a Osseo Maple Grove stick. OMG with the puck in their own zone, looking to break out. Dangerous little pass there, almost off the stick of Kurtt, right in front of the net. Comes out to Johnson, tipped in to the OMG zone. Now to neutral ice and thrown all the way down for an icing. Face-off won by Osseo Maple Grove. And a long stretch pass intercepted by Palmquist. Palmquist on the attack. 3-on-3, shot going high over the net. Bounces all the way out. Biggelbach had thoughts of pinching, but smart move not to do it, as that would have created a 2-on-1 rush. Biggelbach now with the puck off the glass and out, as a defenseman was not out. But apparently didn't get enough on it. Biggelbach leaves it for Palmquist. Palmquist pressured, lost the puck. Now it comes to Kurtt. Kurtt lost the control. And a slap shot score. All alone was number 8 at the high slot. They passed it to him and one-timer into the net. Good strong goal there by the Crimson. And he was left alone, and the Crimson found him. 10:06 to go in the second period. We're tied again, now at 2-2. Face-off eventually controlled by the Stormhawks. It's Spalding on it. He pushes it in, goes hard into the wall. Looks like he'll be all right. Hokkanen throwing a check. almost intercepted by Spalding. Instead, OMG going on the attack. Long shot. Blocker save, goes high behind the net. There's a shot from a sharp angle going high and misses everything. And they say it should stay in the zone. I don't think that hit anything. Apparently they say it ramped off a Stormhawk stick or maybe off the shoulder or head of Brandt. There's that same play. Number 6 in particular, the center, they have got to be careful when he's at center. He wants to win it forward every time. Olsen chasing to negate an icing. OMG first on the puck, will feed it up the wall, intercepted by Spalding. Spalding dumps it in. That's intercepted at the half wall, and out come the Crimson. Cross-ice pass, doesn't connect. Lindell will chase. Crimson keep it in. Into the corner now. Comes out in front, and then it's taken off the stick by Johnson, I believe. Osseo Maple Grove right back on the attack, dumps it in. As Chaska Chanhassen going for a change behind the play. Dangerous time here, but they did hit OMG also going on a change. There's a pass to Perry. That, I believe that was offsides. There's a shot going wide, going to bounce up to the point. Eventually get out by Olsen, who sweeps it down, will go on net, so no icing. Stick by Perry to slow up the breakout, but Crimson to get out with it, and then Perry has it taken off of his stick at the red line. Osseo Maple Grove on the attack. Perry picks up the loose puck after a check thrown by Palmquist. He'll leave it for Palmquist. Palmquist up the wall to Azanoff. That's taken away and kept in by the Crimson. 2-on-1 chance. Pass across, broken up by Bigglebach, slides in front. Oh, and they score. Bigglebach slowed up the pass, but it slid across to the far side, and they backhanded in to beat Brandt, and it's 3-2. Osseo Maple Grove getting their first lead of the game, with 8:02 remaining in the second period. Right back on the attack come the Crimson. On the far corner, pushed up to the point. Slap shot, doesn't get through. Girding has it. He had Kurtt up high. Said Kurtt was coming back in. Now Hromatka can't find the bouncing puck. At the blue line, it's tipped in. Kurtt first on it, leaves it for Palmquist. Palmquist tried to get it out. That's turned away. Comes out to Hromatka. Hromatka trying to protect the puck. Has it knocked off his stick. He regathers. Waiting, fighting through some stick checks. Palmquist will dump it in. Kurtt and Girding to go on the forecheck. Outlet pass intercepted by Palmquist, and then he hoists it into the Stormhawk bench, and have a face-off at center ice. It was 7:07 to go in the second period. 3-2, Osseo Maple Grove leads. Just over halfway through this contest. Chaska Chanhassen in desperate need of a win. 8-game winless streak. Interception by Hokkanen, almost able to go on the attack. Instead, it's Osseo Maple Grove. They lost the handle to Lindell, to Spalding, and that was offsides, but they waive it. It came right back out. Osseo Maple Grove way offsides. That's dumped in. .6:44 left in the second period. OMG leads CC 3-2. Osseo Maple Grove into the Stormhawk zone, cut off by Johnson. He tried to get it up to Olsen. Olsen leaves it for Spalding. He lost control. Now dumped in, but just in. Now back to the other blue line. Johnson with it. Turnaround pass finds Olsen. Olsen is cut off before he can make a pass. And then a puck slides all the way across to the far side of the neutral zone, and Osseo Maple Grove on the attack. Down the left side. Around the net, wraparound chance, cut off by Brandt. Loose puck comes out to Hokkanen. Hokkanen steps around to check. Hokkanen down the right side. Hokkanen with it, pass it in front, and nobody's there as everybody was changing. Slap shot off the end wall, comes to Palmquist. Palmquist didn't have any options there, so he throws it off the wall, and now it's up to the point. Long shot, glove down by Brandt. With 5:40 to go in the second period as the clock still runs, now 5:38. Several of the Osseo Maple Grove centers trying to win the puck forward on the faceoff in the offensive zone, something they've got to be aware of. Chaska Chanhassen centers need to be aware of that, to hold up those centers. Don't allow them, even if it is 1-4, don't allow the centermen to step around you. Otherwise, they go in potentially all alone. Backhand pass goes behind the net. It's Wisen into battle down there. Now Azanoff fighting for the control. Shot saved by Brandt. Osseo Maple Grove reverses direction, comes out to the right circle, taken down by Palmquist. No penalty coming. They Paradise put his hand in the air and took it down. Kept in by the Crimson on the attack. You can kind of feel a goal coming here. Turned over, shot saved by Brandt. Got to get on the rebound, and he does. Yeah, I could feel a goal coming, and that was a necessary whistle there. Momentum right now on the side of the Crimson. You know, that the official shouldn't allow that faceoff to even start, as he was not square at all. Fighting through a check is a Crimson. Pass in front. That was a very similar play, although this time it was recognized by Hromatka as they tried to get a one-timer for number 8 in the high slot. Hromatka was there to break it up, and it's thrown into the zone off sides. And we'll have a face-off, I think, either right at center or right next to the Stormhawk blue line. No, they're going to say down by the Stormhawk blue line.
It wasn't intentional.
Face-off won by Osseo Maple Grove. Mishandles the outlet pass. Now it's Lindell on it. Lindell around the net. Gets to Kurtt. Kurtt through the middle. Tried to fight through a couple checks. Kicks it in, and Girding had stepped in to the zone offsides. I think he was expecting a pass there. Kurtt doesn't feed it to him. 3:47 to go. Face-off won by OMG. First on it is Hromatka. Hromatka cuts to the side, shoots, goes high over the goaltender's glove. Tried to get the goaltender leaning to his right and tried to go the other direction. Girding fighting through a check. He's pushed hard into the wall. Hromatka chasing a puck up the wall. And Girding turned over to Kurtt. Turned around shot, just missed the far post. Up the wall. Not kept in by Johnson. He left the zone. He tried to feed it to Lindell. Here comes OMG on the attack. 3-on-2 as the forward's a little slow getting back. Great chance there by Osseo Maple Grove. Pass in front. Shot never gets on. Pass down to the side of the net. Big save by Brandt. And whistle. No pointing at the net. Say no that Brandt had stopped the puck. Big save by Brandt. Keep this a one-goal game. And I placed that chance firmly on the forwards there. They did not get back on the back check at all. That was a lot of coasting back into the zone. And they were at the end of their shift, but that you've got to skate as hard as you can back to take away any offense for the other team. That was pretty much interference. Here's a puck comes to Hokkanen. He was going the other direction, but he turned quickly. Hokkanen trying to get control. He does behind. Tried to feed it in front. He's taken down. No call coming there. Comes up the wall. Kept in by Spaulding, but he can't get much on it. And Osseo Maple Grove will skate it up. Across the blue line.
Yes, it is.
Up the wall, kept in. Long shot. Kneed away by Palmquist. Now a shot blocked by Spaulding up high. Off the glass. Knocked down by Hokkanen, who feeds it out. I think he thought he didn't have as much time as he did. OMG across the red line, down the left side, well offsides, and there's the whistle. With 1:54 to go in the second period, 3-2, Osseo Maple Grove leads. And in 53 seconds, Chaska Chanhassen will get the opportunity to hopefully not allow another goal in the final minute. Pass just out of the reach of Azanoff will go into the OMG zone. Chased by Azanoff. Slows up the pass, but now cut up by Johnson, but picked up again by Osseo Maple Grove on the attack down the right side. Cuts in front, and shot never got on. No call coming. Maybe could have been a hooking there. Here's Azanoff with it. And it's dumped out by Johnson. He takes a hit, then a hit thrown by Perry. And Perry's going to get what? What is Perry going to get here? Interference when the puck was right there. Unbelievable. That was not interference. The puck was right there. And Osseo Maple Grove I believe will get their, is this their second power play of the game? Or first? It's their first power play of the game. Clearing attempt. Knocked down. Shot saved by Brandt. Now in the far corner. Looking to go around Brandt. Now to the near corner, up to the point. Fronted by Hromatka. Now to the hash marks on the far side. Shot in front, tipped in front, and comes on Brandt, and he stops it as the clock continues to run. 56 seconds left to go in the second period. Osseo Maple Grove will finish this period on the power play should they not score here in the last 56 seconds. Face off won by OMG up to the point. Pass across. Kurtt chasing. Dumped in deep. It'll be Bigelbach off the wall. Kurtt can't get a stick on it to tip it out. Kurtt penalty killing up high. Long shot into the glove of Brandt. And keep running clock. The scoreboard operator a little slow on the trigger. Kurtt loses his stick. Now he's getting a word from the official for still penalty killing after he lost his stick. And he did everything everything he did was legal there. Watch the one face-off forward here. Watch them try to win it forward. This time it's one cleanly back by Hromatka to Spaulding. He'll try to throw it out, and it goes out of play. I'd like to see Kurtt leave the zone right there, as we had clear control of the puck. If Kurtt leads the zone, he takes the defenseman with him and perhaps gets a stretch pass. And they say that was off an Osseo Maple Grove stick, and that's why we have a face-off at neutral ice. This face-off won by the Stormhawks. They get it out. And a near turnover by the Crimson. There's a pass, comes to the right circle, broken up by Bigelbach. He'll skate it up himself, try to get it out. He does. Kurtt whacks at it. Gets it up to the red line, no farther. Picked up by Spaulding with 10 seconds to go. And he threw it to the blue line. Last chance for OMG on the attack. Shot, just missed the far post. Spaulding will pick it up, and that does it for the second period. 3-2 after 2. Osseo Maple Grove leads. They'll start the second with 43 seconds of power play time. Osseo Maple Grove won that period with 2 goals to Chaska Chanhassen's 1. Shots after 2, OMG leading significantly, 17-5. Also scoring chances, the Crimson lead 10-5. Face-offs. Chaska-Chanhassen doing a better job at that. 29-15, they're winning the winning faceoffs, and after the faceoff is, then it's controlled evenly. So sometimes the Chaska-Chanhassen centers are winning it, but the OMG players are first on it. Osseo Maple Grove with 6 hits to Chaska-Chanhassen's 2. I think that's a little light on both sides. And 2 odd man rushes for the Stormhawks and 1 for the Crimson. Goals for Chaska-Chanhassen coming from Hromatka and Hokkanen and Hromatka. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. They're going to need at least 1 in the third to at least get a tie here. So Chaska-Chanhassen starting on the penalty kill of a very questionable interference call when he could have easily called an interference on Osseo Maple Grove just moments before. It'll be Hokkanen with Olsen, the forwards. He's got Lindell and Johnson, the defense. To start this penalty kill, it'll be Olsen to take the draw. Won by the Crimson. They'll go D to D. D to D again. And up the right side on the attack. Pass across, tipped away by Lindell. Lindell will throw it out of the zone. Olsen will chase it down. Olsen try to cut to the middle. Can't get on it. Try to pass in front. Hokkanen on the penalty kill. Staying high. Now Olsen again. His shot tipped wide. Johnson wisely doesn't go and pinch on that, as it would have been a odd man rush going the other way if he doesn't get on the puck. Olsen now 2-on-2, 2-on-4. He lost control at the blue line. And the penalty to Perry is now over. Loose puck comes all the way out. Got to be careful not to touch that. It was good as Spalding to wait until Perry was to the bench. Otherwise, that could have been too many men on the ice, potentially. They're still playing with only 4. They need another player. And they eventually, somebody jumps on, but still, I think only 4 players were on the ice.
Too many!
Wisen to take this face-off. That is a draw, eventually won by Osseo Maple Grove. That's not icing. That was off. That puck was thrown all the way down by an Osseo Maple Grove stick and just totally misread by the official. That's wrong. It's wrong. You're wrong. It should be at center ice. Face-off should be at center ice because he made a mistake there. Face-off won by Osseo Maple Grove. Dumped in. If a goal is scored here, you can thank the officials for not recognizing that. If it gets out, as it will, then he's off the hook. Asanoff will flip it ahead. Chasing down is Perry. Puck outlet pass comes all the way to the Stormhawk blue line to Palmquist. Palmquist off the wall to Perry. Perry will go cross ice. It'll be Palmquist first on it. He'll dump it in and chase. It'll be Wisen into first chase. Now Bigglebach in the neutral zone. Waiting. Fought through a check. Got it around one Crimson. Got it around another. Had Hokkanen lurking on the far side. Couldn't find him there. Here's Bigglebach in front. Backhand shot. Save. Rebound just off the side of the net. Wisen and just about got a goal on the rebound. Bigglebach backhand shot just off the toe of the goaltender. Now Hromatka, long shot. Sinking shot. Goes off the arm. Picked up by Girding. Has a take off of his stick. Up to Palmquist. Palmquist long shot. Misses the far post. And kept in by, nope, not kept in by Kurtt as he fanned on the attempt to dump it in. Girding off the wall, will chase it down himself. Down the right side, shot. I think maybe a blocker save from there. Osseo Maple Grove on the attack. Slowed up. And they'll dump it in, go for a one-player change. Lindell with it. Lindell gets around one forechecker. Gives to Kurtt, or he tried to. It's in behind him and in his skates. Osseo Maple Grove in the neutral zone now, back on the attack, across the blue line. down the left side or right side. Shot misses everything, goes to the near side. Battle in the corner, comes out to Kurtt, and his stick is broken. And that's going to cost me. He predicted that stick was going to break, and sure enough, it did. Osseo Maple Grove behind the net. Now in the corner, they're cycling with it. Comes up high, and they'll dump it in as Hromatka was chasing. Off the side of the net, and Brant will freeze it there. And I'm never buying that stick again. Yeah, he has another one. 11:24 to go in the third period. Chaska Chanhassen trails 3-2. Pass in front, turned away by Lindell. Now Lindell intercepts another pass. Fighting for the puck, comes up with it, and he'll flip it down deep. Hokkanen will chase, see if he can win this race. Hokkanen throws a check. Hokkanen gives to Spalding. Spalding shot off the crossbar and into the netting. Hokkanen found a late arriving Ryan Spalding and put it on his tape. Spalding, quick shot off the crossbar and into the protective netting behind. Was face-off won by the Crimson, dumped into the corner, now thrown to the near corner. Hokkanen will keep it in deep. Spalding leaves it for Olsen, up to Palmquist. Palmquist shoots, tipped in front, just goes wide. Off the glass, gloved down by Bigglebach and kept in. It unfortunately didn't get much on that pass, and it's knocked down. Come to the blue line. Now to Palmquist. Palmquist have to fight through a couple of sticks. Gets to Spalding. Spalding shot, that's blocked. Comes right back to Spalding. He feeds it, tried to get it across to Bigglebach, and that's off a skate. And Osseo Maple Grove on the attack, across the red line. Good back pressure by Hokkanen. Oh, and run over is Spalding. Penalty coming against Osseo Maple Grove. Shot saved as that line was out there for a while. Spalding run over. I didn't see the penalty call. They're going to talk about it if it should be more than a 2-minute penalty. Never saw the signal. They're going to call a roughing, so nothing more than 2 minutes. So Chaska Chanhassen going on their third power play of the game, right? They are 0 for 2. Second? All right, second. Face-off won by the Crimson. They'll throw it all the way down. It's going to roll next to Brant and clears the goal line. Just barely icing on the dirty ice. 9:56 left in the third period. Chaska Chanhassen looking for that equalizer. They've got an opportunity here with power play. Face-off won by the Crimson. They'll throw it around the wall. Lindell trips as he goes to get to the puck, and he regathers himself. Kept in by Perry. Thrown off the wall, kept in by Johnson. Johnson had all the time in the world. He decided to take a slap shot instead of just catching a fluttering puck. He regains control, dumps it in deep. Perry will fight for it. Wisenin across to Johnson. Johnson throws it in front, almost finds Wisenin streaking to the front. So that's intercepted, flipped high off the ceiling. And face-off will come outside the Stormhawk zone. Official talking to Chad Lindell again about something. This face-off won by Kurtt, back to Bigglebach. Bigglebach across to Palmquist. He'll skate it up. Cut off at the red line, dumped into the blue line, kept in. Now it's Hromatka. Hromatka protecting the puck, shoots, save. Oh, it's in! The net is a goal! Hromatka scores from a sharp angle. It's a quick whistle, but the puck slid into the net, found its way through. Very quick whistle there, and it just found its way through a hole. A power play goal for Hromatka, his second goal of the game. His 11th of the season. And I think maybe, I'm not sure if you can give an assist to Palmquist there. Face-off won by Osseo Maple Grove. We're tied again. Dumped in. Off of Brandt's stick, it'll be Bigglebach first on it. Bigglebach up to Girding. Girding has to slow up as he's bothered by a pair of Crimson. On the corner, Girding gets it up the wall, but intercepted there. Now Kurtt off to the races. Kurtt skating down. Kurtt alone, in, shoots, scores! Kurtt scores on the breakaway, and it's 4-3. He beats the goaltender high to the glove side. Kurtt atones for the breakaway he missed yesterday against Edina White. That's his 5th of the season and using the cheaper of the two sticks, and I guess that means that's the stick he's going to have from now on, is the cheaper of the two. Osseo Maple Grove looking to get back. The pass all the way down might not make the goal line. It does, and it's icing. 8:20 to go, 8:19 to go in the third period. Chaska Chanhassen regains the lead. They've had leads of 1-0, 2-1, and now 4-3. Face-off won by the Crimson, pushed down into the corner for Johnson. Johnson will flip it high, knocked down by Spalding. Spalding tried to feed it to Olsen. Now Johnson again. Check thrown by Spalding down low. Johnson tried to get it across to Hokkanen on the half wall. Pass in front, intercepted by Lindell. He'll flip it high and out. It won't be icing. Hokkanen will chase down the left side. Escapes Hokkanen, but Hokkanen got enough of a body to almost create an opportunity. Osseo Maple Grove back on the attack across the blue line into the zone. Bodies flying. Check thrown by Spalding, picked up by Osseo Maple Grove. Turnaround shot blocked by Lindell. Wraparound chance, they score. A lot of puck watching there by the Stormhawks. And shot goes high behind the net. And then it's picked up by the Crimson as Brandt was sprawled out and couldn't get back to the far post. And all 5 Stormhawks on the ice at that point were pretty much just watching the puck instead of going to the puck. And it's 4-4 with halfway through the third period. Intercepted by Perry down the right side. His shot, saved, dumped in front, and Azanoff a little late coming for the rebound. There's a pass across to Bigglebach. Bigglebach up to Wisenin. Now Azanoff off of his stick. Right back on the attack come the Crimson. Dangerous little move there by Palmquist. Kept in. High stick there by Osseo Maple Grove. Here's on the right circle. Loose puck in front. Backhand shot saved by Brandt. Loose puck still at the top of the crease. And the Fandon shot. Perry pass across to Azanoff. Good stick by Bigglebach to slow up the rush. Osseo Maple Grove able to get right back on it and throw it in deep. Wisenin now behind the net. Wisenin over to Bigglebach. Bigglebach looking at his options, throws it around the wall. Flies to Hromatka. Hromatka through the middle, bothered by several players. Picked up by Perry. Perry tried to split several defensemen, or two defensemen. Perry fighting through some checks, bounces out to Hromatka, long shot, tipped wide. It'll be Kurtt first on it there. He'll throw it in the corner. And Hromatka will chase. It's going to come around the wall. The other forward was going for a change. Thrown to the slot, intercepted by Johnson. Now Girding dumps it off the wall. Will chase with Hromatka. Girding steps around a couple with Crimson. Gives to Hromatka. Hromatka down the right side. Tried to slow up and come the other direction. Hromatka up to Lindell. That's intercepted. Awesome Maple Grove on the attack. Kurtt with a back check to slow up the rush. Bouncing shot. I think that hit the post. Bouncing dump in. Bounced right on net and hit the post. They fight for it just inside the blue line. Awesome Maple Grove eventually able to get a stick on it. Throw it in deep.
You just can't let him skate.
Thrown up to the point. Gets around Girding. Now Girding picks it up. Feeds it to Olsen. Olsen needs to gain the red line to allow Girding to get off the ice. He's been out there for a while. OMG on the attack. Slowed up by Lindell. And it's flipped out by Johnson. Here's a chance for Olsen. Olsen going in with Hokkanen. Olsen cuts across. Hokkanen on the far side. Olsen to Hokkanen. He scores! Hokkanen had almost an identical opportunity yesterday, and he missed the net. Not today, he says. Hokkanen tucks it in the open net off a pass from Dylan Olsen. Olsen protected the puck, went to the far side, and found Hokkanen all alone on the weak side. He dumps it in. That's Hokkanen's second of the game and fourth of the season. Off of a pass from Dylan Olsen. Chaska Chanhassen with the lead once again with 4.5 to go. Loose puck at center ice, slides out to Hokkanen. Hokkanen will flip it in. Here's Biggelbach on it. He's got to hurry. Got to do. Biggelbach. Player in the high slot. Got to be careful here as he's all alone. Flipped up and out. And it's going to go down for icing. That was a good icing as the Stormhawks needed to get a complete change. 3:46 to go in the third period. Chaska Chanhassen leads 5-4. Lines are a little mixed up now. Chaska Chanhassen maybe shortening their bench a touch. Weisenen will chase it in the corner. They'll go behind Brandt. Is pushed from behind. Hromatka will sweep it out eventually after fanning on it. Dump back in. It'll be Palmquist first on it. Palmquist push it around to the far or to the near side, up to the point. Pass to the blue line, intercepted by Hromatka. He'll try to chase down the left side. Hromatka fighting through a check, bouncing puck at the half wall. He'll throw it in deep. It'll rim all the way around to the near corner. Also Maple Grove on the attack with a head of steam here into the zone. Drop pass to the top of the circle, long shot, misses the far post. Comes to Lindell. He tried to hoist that down deep. There's a long shot off the glove of Brandt, and he pops on the rebound and gets a whistle. 2:51 to go. Chaska Chanhassen with the 5-4 lead. Hold him up! Hold him up! Awesome Maple Grove with control. Dumps it in deep. Now behind the net. Awesome Maple Grove still with it. Pass in front, that's tipped away. Up the wall, cuts in front, shot saved by Brandt. Chaska Chanhassen has to be careful not to do too much puck watching. Hold him up! Can't let him do that. That's exactly what you don't want. He's not doing it on purpose. The problem is the pegs on these nets just aren't good. They don't stick into the ice. Face-off one up to the point. Pass to the slot. That's tipped away now behind the net. Pass in front. Going to miss everything. Come out of the zone. 2:10 to play. Pass will slide all the way to Lindell. Lindell will dump it down and dump back in. And should have been offsides, but Paradise says he was back on. Turned over. Watch out in front. Don't watch the puck. Watch where the players are. There's a long shot, glove by Brandt, and they need to get a change as that line just couldn't really get anything going. Under 2 minutes to play, 1:46. Goaltender pulled for the extra attacker. 6-on-5 for 1:46 as Osseo Maple Grove looks to get the tying goal. Face off, shot by, it was tipped. That was Bigglebach looking, I believe, for the empty net goal. Osseo Maple Grove on the attack, intercepted by Hromatka. Hromatka has to wait, and he can't get a puck on it, or a stick on the puck. Osseo Maple Grove on the attack up the right side, bothered by Spalding, then bothered by Hokkanen. Now Palmquist creates a turnover, pushes it off the near wall. Shot in front, kicked away. Rebound, saved by Brandt as he sprawled out on his back. That was a golden opportunity for the Crimson there. Shot saved by Brandt. Rebound came right out of a Crimson player, and he just couldn't elevate the puck to get it in the open net. And Brandt, being one of a larger goaltender at this level, covered all the bottom of the net there. Face-off glove down by Spalding, but not out. Onto the corner. Palmquist to this side. It'll be Hokkanen first on it. Hokkanen will whack at it and get it down the ice. No icing, as it's knocked down by a Crimson player. Under a minute to play. Up the right side, all the way down. They wave icing. Where's the puck? Slides out to the right circle. Hokkanen gets it out. No, Hokkanen, Hromatka gets it out. Hokkanen's taken down. How do you not call that? Unbelievable. To the blind, into the zone. Palmquist on it. Palmquist can't get it out. Comes up to the point. 29 seconds to play. They need a whistle in the worst way. Palmquist gets it all the way down. It'll be icing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Run, clock, run. Hokkanen battling for a puck at the blue line, and he's just hauled down and no penalty called. 23 seconds to play. Empty net for the Crimson. It will be Wisenen. Got to hold up the center here. Face off one back. It'll be Palmquist. Palmquist is going to try to freeze it for 23 seconds. Wisenen pushed it up the wall. Long shot. Missed everything. Goes to under 10 to play. Now freeze it. Now freeze it. Now freeze it. Oh, gets it out. Palmquist gets it out. And Chaska Chanhassen. They are victorious 5-4, snapping an 8-game winless streak, defeating the number 11 team in the state. Chaska Chanhassen moving to 1-1 in the tournament. Osseo Maple Grove moving to 1-1. And Chaska Chanhassen will have a golden opportunity to go 2-1 tomorrow against St. Louis Park in the final pool play game, and then maybe get some help from, I'm not sure if there's a possibility if Chaska Chan can make the championship game, but they could potentially make the third place game. Final stats for you. Shots 23-12 in favor of Osseo Maple Grove. Scoring chances 12-7 for the Crimson. Faceoffs 1, Chaska Chanhassen 42. They really picked it up in the third period. 24 won by the Crimson. Hits were about even at 9 apiece. And odd man rushes 3 for the Stormhawks, 1 for the Crimson. Goals today, 2 for Hromatka, 2 for Hokkanen, 1 for Kurtt. Wait, one more too. Who else? Who had the other one? No, that's right. That's right. So that does it from Braemar Arena. Chaska Chanhassen 5, Osseo Maple Grove 4. We'll see you tomorrow at 11:40 for the final pool play game of the Edina Tradition Invitational Tournament. Chaska Chanhassen moves to 9-9-6.
Have a good day.
This game brought to you by Edge Tech Hockey. Thanks for watching.